What makes a good undercover? And do you think it helped you? I mean, in that last deal that you're talking about, the guy kind of mistakes you for Hispanic. Do you think it helped you doing undercover because you were part Asian? You kind of looked a little bit Hispanic. I mean, what makes a
So
good undercover officer?
I'll never forget the first narcotics training I went to was in California. It was the California Narcotics Officers Association Conference, CNOA. And each year they trade, it goes from North California to South California, back and forth. And they had this guy that was, he was given the title of top narcotics detective for Northern California or something like that. He and his partner ran this year-long operation, ended in a shootout. And I tip my hat to you. You can be whatever you want. But he was given a class on brand new undercover officers. And he's like, I'm going to tell you right now. I look around and there's a lot of you guys that got the look. But I'm going to tell you right now, just because you have the look don't mean you can do undercover. Because you need to remember, not every person in this world can be a cop. Okay, not every cop can work narcotics or investigations, and not every narcotics detective can work undercover. He's you have to have instincts. You have to have good common sense. You got to be able to read people quickly because it could be a matter of life or death. And you got to be somewhat fearless, and you got to be able to talk shit with these certain individuals to make them believe that you are who you are to them. But at the same time, you have to be smart enough to realize it's just a game. At the end of the day, when the bell rings, it's time to go home, And so I found I've always had the gift of gab. I could talk street slang. I mean, I never swore. I never stared at people till I became a cop. And it was like, and I adapted to it like a fish in water. It was like, whoo, I can do this. So working narcotics was great, but I found that I could, and walking out on the street, my first buy, I wasn't scared. This was like acting, except the stakes are kind of high. You fuck up, you get shot, stabbed, beaten. So it was like, and I enjoyed it. So, and John hated the fact that every time we did these buy busts, it's like, go out, come back, I'm done. John, motherfucker. He goes, can you at least, I like, okay, this time I'm going to stroll around the block and, and, and take time then. He goes, okay. So I strolled around the block and it was like, shake off all these people, find my guy, and in. and on the street, I always bought real stuff, but it was like, it was easy.